Good enough. Good enough. Good morning. Woo. Hot coffee. Just what the doctor ordered. All right, where am I here? Let's go. Let's go. Good morning. Hello. It has been a week. If you're following along, I have a little cold. I'm at like 90% though. Don't worry, I'm almost there. It's the progressive tail end, so I'm okay with it, and I'm super grateful. I I didn't miss too much, except for the Wednesday live, which breaks my heart. I think that's the second one ever that I've canceled. Um, I literally, I was feverish. I was dripping snot. Um, it's gross. I don't want to tell you too much, but I was in no shape to be on live on Wednesday. But that's okay. I'm going to make it up this Wednesday. I will be live racking Dennis's Boston Cream Mead. We're going to be racking it live. I'm very nervous. I don't know what it looks like. It's probably going to be gross looking, though. If you don't know what I do, I make mead every single week. Every single Saturday, come out with a brand new batch of mead. If you missed yesterday's, your watermelon mead for Labor Day. So I didn't even know if I wanted to go live this morning because I didn't know if anybody's going to be on. We'll see. We'll see. It always takes a few minutes to kind of get traction. It's Labor Day, though. Who is waking up this early in the morning? Except for crazy people. Only crazy people. Right? But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. I've got just such a tremendous week to tell you about this coming week. Brand new mead every single Saturday, though. That never stops. I never miss those. I fit those in. I figure out how to do it. Last week's or yesterday's was your Labor Day mead, watermelon mead, and it's pretty fantastic. I show you exactly how I made it, and the recipe is in the description. You can do this yourself for free. Well, you have to buy your own stuff, but I'm going to help you for free. If you want my help. I make mead in the most simplistic fashion that I can. Every single batch is the most simplistic way I can do it. And then there's lots of stuff you can do after that. Oh my gosh. Can you even... Are there two of me? Because if there are, it's double the handsome. And this week is going to be amazing. I will be wrapping up everything that happened last week and the couple of videos that I put out today. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to put out my agenda, but I'll tell you guys here live since you're here. There's 6. I wouldn't even know what to do with 6 of me. We wouldn't own any pants, I'll tell you that. This week's going to be amazing. So, it's a pop culture week. Pop culture week. So pop culture mead, somebody that has suggested a pop culture mead in that thread on the TikTok pin post, right? Somebody's getting a bottle of that shipped to them this week. So that's important. So come back next Saturday. It's going to be an amazing pop culture mead. You're going to like it. You're going to like it. And somebody in that thread is going to be very happy. I'm also going to be live Wednesday right here, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, racking the Boston Cream Mead. I'm a little nervous about it. I don't know how that's going to turn out, but I suspect it's going to look gross. If you missed me making it live, it is some chocolate nibs that I roasted, which I've had a lot of success with. You're going to get a good chocolate taste out of those. And some vanilla pudding. Vanilla pudding. You heard me right. Just the powder. Mixed it all up. I don't know what it did. I'm nervous, but we will see. Good morning, Simon. We will see. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, and then, the biggest thing of all, I am driving out of town Friday. Don't worry, all the videos are going to be ready and queued by then. Going to Michigan to pair up with my mead mentor, a great friend of mine, and an amazing human being, Scott. We will be going to the Renaissance Festival in Michigan together on Saturday. I'm going to record lots of content leading up to Saturday night, which is the Mead Fest. It's going to be our first Mead Fest ever. It's something that Scott kind of dreamed up and wants to do every year. We're going to be bouncing around to different Renaissance festivals to do it. He is gathering a bunch of people that are going to be trying lots of meads. So I'm going to try to go live for that whole thing. I don't know how that's going to work technically yet. It's going to be a dry run. Gotta be honest with you. It might be chaotic. I'm going to attempt to record a lot of stuff though, including Scott drinking this very last bottle of pizza mead. It's batch 67. It's the last bottle I have of it. It's the worst mead I ever made. I talk about it frequently, but we're going to have Scott drinking that this coming Saturday. So, stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then Sunday I'm going to hit the road and come back, but don't worry. Like I said, all the videos will be queued. I've got tons of meads coming your way. A brand new mead every single Saturday. If you don't know what mead is, it's the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world, independently discovered by many different countries and cultures. The oldest evidence actually was just uncovered this year. In May, some archaeologists put out an article referencing some fermented honey in southern Africa region, over 20,000 years old. Blows your mind, right? Before that, though, there's been some really solid evidence in ancient China, dating about 10,000 years ago. There's evidence in ancient Central America, and of course, Northern Europe, where the Vikings traded it, made it super famous, did it better than everybody else. So, what that means is, regardless of who you are or where you're from, your ancestors drank mead. It's the oldest alcoholic beverage in the world, older than beer and wine combined, almost. So, my boyfriend's friend make that too. Hey! He should follow. And he is the coolest guy I know. Might be cooler than your boyfriend. Don't tell your boyfriend I said that, though. I'm not trying to get beat up. It's just a joke. Just a joke. But he is cool. That part's not a joke. And I guess your boyfriend is cool for being friends with him. My favorite mead of all time is actually currently tied. Good morning, Dennis. I was just talking about your Boston cream mead. It is currently tied. I'm not going to leave it at tie, though, because that drives me crazy. It's my blueberry, which is this one right here. This is blueberry batch 66 of mine. The exact recipe is incredibly easy. 1 gallon water, 3 pounds of honey. I used 3 pounds of frozen, defrosted, and brought back up to room temperature blueberries. 2.5 grams of yeast, or about half of one of your wine yeast packets, and then 2 grams of yeast nutrients, so about half a teaspoon. That is the exact recipe. All of that in the primary, sealed up, nothing back sweetened, nothing added in at the end. I no longer have one of those bottles out, but the one that's tied with it is my elderberry. I was gifted some elderberry by a mentor of mine, Scott, actually, that I'm going to see this Saturday. We rehydrated it and made some elderberry mead out of it. If you never had elderberry, it's one of those flavors that you like or don't like, but it's insane. I like it a lot. I'm back up to 95%. Still a little clogged, a little snotty, but I can suck it up now, and that's a huge improvement. Not that kind of Viking. Different Vikings. But a lot of people from that area were originally Vikings. So if you have a cork that's like easing out, it's probably because your meat is carbonated. So it's still fermenting. You may not see the bubbles. Sometimes they're so minuscule that they are dissolved into the meat still. But I would guess if you go to cork or pull that cork out, it will champagne. It may not be like extravagant, but you'll probably get some immediate carbon dioxide that comes out of the solution and out of the top. So I would either seal that some other way, maybe dip it in some wax. They actually make some like foil contraptions you can put out of it that kind of strengthen it up a little bit, or open it and drink it. But it'll probably pop if you leave it alone. Yeah, I mean, life is fast, huh? It's moving fast. But that's okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Welcome to the Old God's Meter. If you don't know what I do, I make mead every single week. Every single Saturday I come out with a brand new batch. I don't miss Saturdays. I don't replicate recipes. Every single one, I show you exactly how I do it, and the recipe is always pinned for free in the description. So you can replicate this stuff at home. I will help you along the way. It should be an amazing week, though. I'm really looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun. The two most amazing mead mentors I have, Dennis, who is here right now, will be racking the mead that he suggested that I made, the Boston Cream Mead. I think he said it as a joke. I made it anyway, so we're going to rack it. Should be a lot of fun. And that's Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Saturday, I'm going to see the other mead mentor, mine, Scott, in Michigan. Michigan. I expect it's snowing there. I don't know. I don't know anything about Michigan other than they make a lot of cars, M&M's from there, and it's really cold. He tells me it's not, but I'm just going off stereotypes. I love Boston Cream. Yeah, I do too. I do too. Probably shouldn't make a mead out of it, though. I'm very nervous about the Jell-O portion. The pudding. Ghost peppers. Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen somebody do it. I did a habanero, a mango habanero. And I talk about this pretty frequently, too. I'm not a huge fan of spicy drinks. I like spicy foods. I love spicy foods. I love to try new stuff. A famous story that's recent, last month, my son and I went out and we had some of those blazing wings from Buffalo Wild Wings. He cried. I cried. He vomited. I didn't do that, but it was because I was taking care of him. Anyway, I love spicy foods is my story. Spicy drinks? I don't like it. I don't like it. It's something about when liquid is hitting my mouth, it should be refreshing. If it's solid, it might be our first fail batch ever. I don't know. I mean, it was fermenting. The thing was bubbling, so I don't know. I hope it's not solid. We will see. That's okay. If it is, it is. We'll figure it out. Either way, it'll be a lot of fun. Wednesdays are always a blast, and I'm incredibly sad that I missed the last one. Like I said, I think it's only the second one ever, but we're back on track. We're back on track. Should be a really amazing week. I've got a really packed month. I'm out of town this weekend. I'm out of town the last weekend in September as well, so I've got a lot of recording and stuff to kind of fit in and edit to get a little ahead. So wish me luck. As soon as I end this live, I'm going to run to the grocery store, get a couple supplies, make a couple batches for later, the tail end of this year, and then, yeah, the rest of my day will be editing stuff and family time. Should be a good Sunday, though. It's the first day of September, so if you want to get me a birthday present, I am a Virgo. I do land here sometime this month. It should be cool. Should be cool. Virgos are always loving. Everyone I've met, at least. Not that I'm into whatever. That's astrology, right? I don't know. I only know mine. I don't know, and it doesn't even line up with a month, right? It's a few days after, a few days before. Too much. I can't fit all that in my brain. Scorpio. I don't know. I mean, I don't know any of the traits for Scorpio. I assume that they're just rage and filled anger. Astrology. I was close. Hello, welcome. Well, Scorpios. It is 7:14 Sunday morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. If you missed it, yesterday's watermelon mead for your Labor Day. Very refreshing, pretty cool mead. Go back and watch that video. Comment on it if you haven't seen it already. Let me know what you think. I'm pretty proud of it though. Pretty good one, and pretty unique. Like I didn't think it was going to turn out as well as it did. If you don't know, I'll give you a little cheat. I used watermelon juice, so I did a watermelon batch last year, maybe a year before, where I used the actual watermelon. Yeast loves watermelon, by the way. Be careful. But I don't replicate recipes, so I knew I had to do a watermelon, and I knew I had to put a spin on it. So, found some watermelon juice. There's pure juice concentrate. A little bit of lemon added into it just to kind of keep it good. But that doesn't hurt as long as there's not too much. So, good morning. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Mead is made in a very similar fashion as wine, except we use honey for the fermentation process. With just less than $50 equipment, you can be making this stuff at home yourself. And I show you how to do it. All of my recipes are free. And I am in a network of an amazing set of mead makers, of most of them much better than me. Some of them just starting out. Jump into the Discord. There's a link up in my profile that Scott created for us. If you want to get into this hobby, see some behind-the-scenes pictures. There's recipes over there, yeast charts. He's got an equipment list, so you can go like straight to Amazon and buy stuff. And my favorite part, he's got a channel for commercial meads, so you can go and purchase meads from meaderies that we've discovered from all over the United States that people have suggested to us, and get mead shipped straight to your house. So you can't get better than that. The very common ones you'll probably see at your local liquor store, though. This one here, this is Viking Blood from a company called Danks. They're out of Denmark. And they make recipes from the 1700s, so that's pretty cool. If you pour this out, it's not clear. They don't clarify their stuff. But it is sweet. It's this one is a hibiscus and ginger, I believe. Pretty good stuff. They make about 5. All of them come in these really cool clay bottles that have these Norse runes inscribed on the top of them. All of them are different color ceramic, though. So they're almost like really cool collector, like little bottles you can put up in the top. I got restricted again. Got restricted. Hold on. I'm going through the restriction prompts. Whatever. Got restricted. But these are pretty good. This one is a hops. So, very like hoppy flavor. Yeah, I was promoting my own brand, apparently. Even though I don't sell anything. Whatever. The only money I make is from the Etsy shop if you want to buy an awesome mead t-shirt, or one of my mead journals that I sell on Amazon. Now I'm self-promoting. Silly TikTok. You can get that in hard copy or soft copy, by the way. My favorite mead, though, of all time, commercially, is this one. This is called Medieval Mead from a place called Linganore Winery. They're a winery in Maryland. They make lots of great wines. If you like wines, they make wines of every variety. That's all they do, except for this one mead that they make for the Maryland Renaissance Festival every year. This is called Medieval Mead. It's like $15. You can order it online, get it shipped straight to your house. It's my go-to. It's a sweet mead. It's fantastic. Fantastic and super consistent. Yeah, so, I don't know. The TikTok link, I don't know. I do need to look into it. You're right. But it frustrates me so bad. Every single one I start, I was like, I'm going to get away with this stuff. And then a newer mead that I've found on the market. This is called Bunranty mead. Some of the guys on Facebook will argue with you. It's not a mead, but they say it is. This is from Ireland. Really cool mead. This is about 20 bucks a bottle. You should be able to find this at your local liquor stores too. This company's blown up like crazy. It came out of nowhere. I found this in March this year, and I've seen it at a bunch of places now that I know what I'm kind of looking for. Another sweet mead though. Very good stuff. I haven't been to the Pennsylvania one, but I think that's on our list to do the Mead Fest at in the next couple of years. But yeah, this is the one that they have at the Maryland. So if you like the Maryland mead, this is it. I obviously am not a sponsor or anything. I'm not getting paid for that. But this is my favorite one, Linganore Wine Cellars. I think it's just LinganoreWineCellars.com is their website. But if you just look up like medieval mead, you'll probably get that come up on your shopping list on Google. Yeah, it's almost everything I make is drier than that stuff. Because I don't back sweeten. That stuff is heavily back sweetened, especially the Bunranty. So I agree with you. I like drier stuff. Ooh, dessert meads. Ooh. Shoot me a direct message of that. Because if it's not on Scott's list already, I'll ask him to add it to it. Because I'd like to try that out. Get it added to the Discord list. It is 7:21 and my computer is dying. Welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. I make mead every single week, every single Saturday, brand new batch of mead. I don't miss Saturdays. I don't replicate recipes. Every single one is brand new. Yesterday's was your watermelon mead, batch 131. That's how many you've missed so far. I have updated the playlists for this year, or well, this year's meads. On the TikTok side, everything is getting plugged into the playlist there. I also have an archive channel. If you go up to my profile, all of the meads that I made are in one spot over there. If you're on the YouTube side, I redid all the playlists there, so it all makes sense now. And there's also a master list that has all the meads I've ever made there. So if you're on TikTok and you want to see stuff that I made like last year, the year before, you got to go to YouTube because you'll never find it on TikTok. But if you're looking for anything this year, it's all in the archive channel, or you can just scroll through. I'd appreciate both. Wherever you go, make sure and comment, like, follow, share. You know the routine. Whatever gets the algorithm going, you know what I'm saying? I just put a video out this morning already, and I'll put another one out this evening. Yeah, should be a great week, like I said. Definitely one of the most exciting weeks in a long time. I'm really looking forward to it. A really long drive to Michigan should turn into an amazing day and a half or so with my good buddy Scott. We're going to watch him drink some pizza mead. The last bottle of the worst mead I've ever made, it's got Scott's name all over it. All over it. So I don't know how it's going to work yet. What do you guys want to see? I'm going to be... Oh, no, he's doing it. I told him. The fans want it. Fans want it. And then he was like, that's because you told the fans to want it. And I'm like, whatever. Whatever. Still want it. But yeah, I'm going to probably... I hope I can do a live. The problem with doing a live at the Mead Fest is I think I have the capability of doing like a couple microphones, but that's it. Like I can't do more than that. So I don't know. It's all going to depend on the situation. But I will definitely be doing some short videos and stuff too. I'll be queuing a bunch of stuff. I'll be recording stuff, and then it'll spill out late next week as I can edit stuff down after I get home. if you're ADHD hyper, you're a lot like me, and you're gonna have a problem with mead because mead making requires one of two things. You only need one of them, but you have to have one of them. The first one is patience. You have to have patience. Mead takes a long time. My stuff takes between 4 and 6 months from beginning to end. Or a lot of equipment, because then you don't have to wait for stuff. You can just move on to the next batch while it's fermenting or while it's clarifying. Just to warn you, so if you want to jump in and you have no attention span, you're going to need a lot of carboys. Yeah, Dennis found that out real quick. He has a bunch of equipment already, and he's still expanding. Still expanding. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Excuse me, I'm still a little snotty. I'm trying to control it. The more hyper I get and the more coffee I drink, the more I like drain, which is probably good if I wasn't on camera, but it's too late. You have 10 going. Yeah, that's crazy. That's way, you expanded way faster than I did when I started. Yep, I mean, anything that helps the bees. Oh, did I miss a question? Ah, yeah, it does depend on your yeast. I use D47 right now. If you go actually jump in the Discord, there's a yeast chart, and all of them have a plethora of information on the yeast chart. I think it's under the equipment channel. I might be wrong though. Don't quote me there. But it has the temperature tolerances of the yeast, so the range it needs to stay in. It has the alcohol tolerance, so what you can expect out of the alcohol, the final alcohol level, depending on the other variables you put into it. It's got the flavor palette. So jump over to the Discord and look in that yeast chart. That should give you all the information you want. Because you want to start with the flavor palette. Like, what flavor do you want to end up with? That is drastically affected by the yeast you use. There's dry yeast, there's sweet yeast, there's semi-sweet, there's everything in between. So I would suggest looking for your flavor palette first. Most of the temperature ranges are relatively room temperature. Either really high 60s into like low 80s-ish. There are a few that are beyond that, and there's some that are incredibly sensitive. So you kind of got to watch that. If you break out of that range, I actually had a scenario when I was using EC1118, which is like a champagne yeast, a dry yeast, and I lost air conditioning in the room where all my stuff was fermenting. So it warmed up by several degrees over like a 12-hour period, and it stopped fermenting. Done. And then as soon as I cooled that room back down, picked right back up like nothing. It missed nothing. So bread yeast still makes alcohol, dude. You are in good shape. A lot of mead makers, especially on other platforms, will tell you don't do that. I say go for it. Yeast will make alcohol, don't worry. Warm, I have not ever warmed mead, I don't think, other than when I'm making it, the process. I love me some whiskey, though. You might be on something there. You might have, like, discovered something. I'd drink it. I would drink it. Hello. Hopefully it'll be off restriction. And then I'm going to run to the grocery store. try to get some more mead made today. Try to edit a lot. Yeah, get ready for the future. In Ireland, oh. So I potentially, I mean, it's looking pretty definite. I potentially will be going to Scotland for several days next year. And that's on my, like, literally, I wrote it down. I was like, I got to research what they drink, where they drink. Is there mead? Is it drivable from where I'm staying? I'm very excited. I'm very excited. But Ireland is on my list, too. I, I don't have a plan to go there, but I want to. Yep. Me too. And I always feel like I'm behind. Always. That's what happens when you have an every Saturday schedule, though. You always have to have stuff in progress, getting ready. Um, so if you, I don't think it'd make a difference. Like unpasteurized would probably be safer. I mean, pasteurized would probably be safer. Unpasteurized, I don't think you'll have a problem. Once yeast starts eating sugars, it produces usually enough alcohol as long as your container is clean to begin with, sanitized. Um, It'll produce enough alcohol that weird stuff shouldn't grow. So you'll probably be okay either way. But like if you're nervous about it, I would definitely use pasteurized. Just to make sure there's nothing crazy in there. I know they drink everywhere, but do they drink mead anywhere is my question. I am doing okay. How are you doing? I appreciate you asking. I'm a little bit better than earlier in the week. A lot better, actually. Still not 100%, but closer. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to like do some heavy research. So I made I don't remember when, and the Wednesday batches, like when I do lives, I try to repost it, but it's very inconsistent whether TikTok allows me to or not. Excuse me. I did do a cider mead. It might even still be in progress. I don't know. On one of the Wednesday lives, I you can't beat a cider. You just can't. Like again, you'll probably have some people on other platforms arguing with you. It's not a mead because it was more apples than it was honey. Whatever. Um, Apple cider mead. It's delicious. It's delicious. Don't listen to naysayers. I mean, the what I do when I'm trying to clarify mead, time. You just give it time. You have to give it a few months. If you're giving it anything less than that, you're going to have to do something to accelerate it in most cases. Uh, and if it's already done, it's probably too late. You can try cold crashing it. That's probably the only thing you could do if it's already, if you're talking about a current mead. So, like, throw it in the refrigerator. Theoretically, it slows down all the particles and they can kind of drop. I haven't had a ton of success with it, but that's a very common method to use. There is a couple like natural agents you can add in the process. Sodium bentonite or something that's like almost like a clay substance, and it sticks to bigger particles and drops them down. So that's something they can do if you're trying to accelerate stuff. There's a few different. There's some tablets you can drop in. Like there's a bunch of options if you're trying to accelerate things. Yeah. I actually have some somewhere. I don't know if I have it close though. I do! I do! That stuff right there. I've only used it once. This thing is still very full. I don't know if I can tip it enough. It's so full. Didn't see a lot of success with it, to be honest with you. farmers markets, nice. I mean, I want to get off the beaten path anyway. Like I'd love to see some touristy stuff, but my time's very limited. I want to do some hiking. I want to. I think I'm going to be there for like several days, and most of them are going to be tied up doing the actual convention I'm going for. So I don't know if I'm going to have a lot of spare time. I'll have like, the evenings, theoretically, but I definitely want to get off the beaten path. Sounds like you know a lot of stuff. I might have to ask you some questions. Hello, if you're just jumping in, welcome to the Old God's Meadery. I show you how I make mead every single Saturday. Brand new patch. Yesterday's watermelon mead. Watermelon mead. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's pretty delicious too. Pretty proud of that one. I'm proud of all of them. They're like little kids to me. Have a great day, dude. I'm glad you stopped by. Can't wait for Wednesday. If you don't know, Wednesday I'll be live 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9 p.m. Dennis picked some awesome mead to make on Wednesday. So we made it. Boston cream mead. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. If you don't know, those Wednesday live batches are always chosen by TikTok subscribers. Dennis is an amazing support and friend to me, and a really great mentor. He's very modest because he just started more recently last year, and he's already better than me. Let's be honest. But he's a great friend, so we made some Boston cream mead, and I'll be racking it this Wednesday live. Can't wait to show you. Very nervous. Very nervous. Alright guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up too. I'm going to hit the grocery store. Lived in Ireland. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to ask you some questions. Definitely. You are the go-to. The go-to. I'm going to start wrapping it up though, guys. I'm going to run to the grocery store. Get some stuff to make some mead this morning. It's going to be such an amazing week. I'll put an agenda out tomorrow officially. Today I want to kind of concentrate on wrapping up last week and making sure everybody saw the watermelon mead. But since you're here live, I'll tell you what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. Wednesday, we're going to be racking the Boston cream mead. It's going to be a lot of fun. Saturday is a pop culture mead. So somebody from that pop culture thread, that if you don't know, there's a pop culture pin post up on the in my profile. Go up there. If you have anything that has influenced you, whether it's video games, TV shows, movies, books, whatever, pop culture that has inspired you, just give me the title up there. If it's awesome, I will make a mead out of it, and I will ship you a bottle of it for free when it's all done. It's one of the ways you can get mead from me for free. Please excuse me. I'm so sorry. So I started that with a Skyrim batch that was really cool. I made a very simplistic Skyrim mead. If you don't know, Skyrim is one of the most popular video games of all time. And they actually have some mead recipes in the lore in the game. So I took one of those, watered it down to make it very easy to replicate with ingredients that you can order and get shipped straight to your house. So it's very, very economically sound, very easy and simplistic to replicate. Then I did a Star Wars mead that was really cool. Called Blackberry Galaxy. So if you missed that, go back and watch that. The next pop culture comes out this Saturday, so stay tuned. And then I will be in Michigan on this weekend. I'll do some impromptu lives. I will be making, I'll be videoing lots of stuff that I will try to edit down and trickle out throughout next week, though. It should be a lot of fun going to meet, or going to hang out with one of the most influential mead makers that I know. He's been a huge mentor to me. His name is Scott. He's the one that created the Discord up in my profile. So give him a follow. But we're gonna have a lot of fun together. I can't wait. And yeah, I'll see you guys Wednesday. I'll put a event calendar up sometime today, so you can go ahead and register. So it shoots you a notification reminder to come 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Wednesday night. We're gonna be racking some Boston cream mead. I'll be here a little bit before that having a cocktail. So come back. And yeah, thank you so much for your amazing support. I can't wait to show you what's next. New mead every single Saturday. Every single Saturday. All the recipes are free. So I'll see you then. Thank you guys.